Hello guys, it's Foxfire here. Today I'm going to do a segment on why I want to play Ashes of Creation. Ashes of Creation is a fantasy MMO game with a ever-changing world. You could create a character from 4 classes, each with 2 unique sub-races. This open world is constantly changing, and in this you could purchase land, you could see those settlements that you live develop into cities. You could arrange trade routes, do go with caravans for trading, all this, and these caravans can be looted. So it's risk versus reward system, and also there is siege PvP. You could acquire a pet. There are so many mechanics for this game. You could go and make a smithy. You can have a fortress. You could build it. So much things, and this world is ever changing. It's the things that happen in this world depend on what you're doing, and also the video you're seeing now is that teaser that was shown in the GameCon 2019. Enjoy it. Now, since that is over with, let us go with a very important feature of the game, the ever-changing open world, or the node. Beauty of the game. Okay, so this the map that is showing, and the colored areas are the nodes and its area of influence. As just said, these nodes are where we are going to do our questing, our where we're going to play the game, where we're going to develop our cities, our settlements, where we practically do most of our gameplay. And in the beginning, we enter the world of Vera through these 4 divine gates, as you can see the one in the video, and from there our journey will begin. Our magical journey or something. So in this game we have to do activities like gathering resources, mining, timber and everything, and this thing will affect the node, and then sooner or later the node will take this up, then take the XP out of it, then evolve, become the next stage. It will keep on evolving until it becomes until it levels up. Here in the video you can see the node has evolved into the next stage, and we have to keep on upgrading it so it can reach the maximum stage, that is stage 5. This is a village or something. It will evolve into town, cities, and finally the metropolis. That's the last stage. And the upgradation or the evolution of the node have serious implication on the open world. See this. Just because our node is in stage 4, an enemy monster has appeared. That's the beauty of this game. The developers, this video is from the developers, they've told that these monsters appear because this node is stage 4, and because of the location of the village or the settlement that we are affiliated to. If that settlement is close to the sea where that guy is fishing, he would have caught monster fishes. That's the beauty of the game they're saying. And this is the last stage of the evolution, as the guys have said, or the developers have said. And now you could do build a bridge. There's many options for building buildings and all, but that's for the mayors, but we can't do anything. And these mayors are the ones who setting up the trade routes, also the ones that we saw. And now appears whatever a chain reaction to the nodes we have, the upgradation and nodes we have built, the trade routes we have built. That dragon appeared because we built a trade route with another node. It couldn't have happened any other way, or could have, I do not know. It's all in the hands of the developers, but the developers say that dragon is coming because of the current scenario of our node. And like if these guys do not defeat the dragon will obviously go to our city or node and destroy it, and our node becomes low level again. This world is ever changing. It depends on our actions, and the actions we put in the environment. The world keeps on changing, and more events that appear random will occur. Now let us go with the cities or the towns. These cities or towns, like look at the settlement people. It goes upgrading from village to towns. It keeps on increasing, and every building that is built there is determined by the mayor, and the mayors are leaders of node's government who control the development of the node. And a mayor is selected by the node citizens. They elect them. That is not is something that we never see. And the mayor election is different in different types of nodes. There are 4 types of nodes, and it's different. Scientific node, there is the economic node, the divine node, and depending of the type of nodes, the type of mayor election also changes. In economic nodes, we have to buy it. In divine nodes, it depends on the number of service quests we have done. And the scientific node, it is elected democratically. This node system is something that has never been seen in the game, and like I'm totally amazed. I totally want to play this. I totally want to be like go to an election kind of thing, be selected as mayor, and these mayors are the ones who are responsible for everything in the government. They're the ones who are like they're the ones who determine which building should come. They are the ones who are responsible for caravans. The caravan system is beautiful. This is a risk and reward based system where basically it's simply take a resource, give it to another person. It's like trade, but people can attack and loot your thing. That means if they succeed, everything we have built, everything we have collected, everything we're planning to trade with the other person is gone, completely gone. This is not something you find in many games. This kind of reward versus risk quest, you can't find it in most games these nowadays. Now let us go to another thing, the Metropolis. The current developers have said that in that world or server, only 5 metropolises are allowed. It could change depending on the development, but now they've confirmed 5, and the metropolis is the last stage of development of a node, and one can only infer that everyone wants to reach the final stage, and with the number of nodes and the number of metropolis number, there is going to be a clash, obviously a clash. And this the developers have promised through siege system. We have siege PvP. The level and scale of the siege PvP also is going to be determined the type and the current level of the node. If it's a high level node, the thing is going to be an epic proportion. If it's like a metropolis, the siege is going to be of an epic proportions. I have a video here, see that it's going to be looking something of this sort with the big armies. It's going to be a world shocking event. That's what the developers have said, that it's going to be like a server event. For the metropolis is the largest and the final stage. So take it down, an equal level of effort should be given. That's what they've promised us. So obviously we going to have all these catapults, cannons. It's going to be an epic thing. And this metropolis, if you succeed in destroying them, meaning that there's one more spot left for contention to become a metropolis. But if they succeed, then yes, they can remain as the metropolis again. That node is now the metropolis, and now the attackers have to come up with another siege tactics, I guess. This is the reality that the developers have promised in this game, a real situation. With the number of things they have promised, even if they give us half, it's still a good game. Better than most of the games available in the MMO market, I believe. I will not go too much into this, but as I've said about the metropolis and all this, otherwise, one would ask what other purpose other than be a siege battleground does these metropolis have? Let me tell you, when you are in stage 3 or below, you could start buying the lands and become a citizen of that node. You could build houses, and with each upgradation of the node, that house will become bigger and bigger. At the metropolis stage, your house would be a mansion, and the mayor of the town could put many other features like footholds and many other apartment kind of buildings for those who do not have space for the homes, and these other people could live in this apartment of kind of things and get citizenship. Those who have this could buy land for other kind of trading resources, like you can build a smelter, a kind of stables, like you could start a business there, and with that business you would get a citizenship, meaning you have to pay taxes, but you will also get the benefits of the node or the or the level of the node. Depending on the level of the node, you will get a kind of reward, a kind of benefits from living in that node. This is only available if you are a citizenship, and only a citizen can elect the mayor. That was also important factor. Basically, I forgot to tell another feature. You have heard about the marketplace, right? The marketplace. Everyone knows about the marketplace. You could have a in-game marketplace where you could buy and sell stuff. Like you could be a peddler in the game. You could buy a spot from the node government, and you have to pay taxes. It's like a real world scenario. You buy a area, you sell, you have to pay a little tax for like for renting that slot. This is not something you see in many games. Not you don't see this in a game, truth be told, and this game is providing it. That's what I'm saying. Even if they give us half the thing, it's still better. Now let me talk about the gameplay and the combat. The combat uses a very unique hybrid tap targeting system. Now the developers of this game in the month of August have released a video of the type of gameplay, the type of combat, the and like I have taken that video, and like I have taken some parts, and I've going to show you those parts because those parts are good actually, and seeing these parts you will have a general idea about the gameplay and the combat you can expect. This gameplay that I have shown is not final. It will be prone to changes, and we can only hope that they get better. Okay guys, this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe.